Hello and welcome. If you are someone who's on the path of spiritual growth, chances are you've also noticed how relationships can bring up the most tension, the most reaction, and the most opportunity for healing. And in this video, I want to share with you how presence, true, grounded, still awareness, is the missing link in most relationships. It's not about more advice. It's not about changing the other person. It's not about communication techniques. But rather, it's about presence. And once you understand this, your relationships will never feel the same again. When we're not present in a relationship, we're relating from the ego, from the mind-made sense of self, from the personal self, that mental identity made of fear, wounds, and stories. The ego loves to be right. It loves to defend. It listens just enough to respond, but not to understand. Have you ever been in a conversation where you were just waiting to jump in, where you felt the tension rising in your chest even, kind of like this nervousness, even while the other person was still talking? That's the ego. It just wants to jump in there. It's not wrong, it's just unconscious. And until we bring presence into these moments, we're stuck repeating the same emotional loops over and over again. So what is presence really? It's not really about being nice. It's not pretending to be calm. Presence is when you're actually here. You're not in the past. You're not planning like your next reply. You're feeling your breath. You're listening with your whole body. You're aware of the stillness behind the words. This creates space, and even in that space, love can move. Insight can arise. Intuition can come about. True connection really begins here. Listening is one of the deepest forms of healing we can offer another human being. Not listening to respond, not listening to fix, but listening with stillness. And when you're truly present with someone, whether they're your partner or your friend, a family member, or even a stranger, they can feel it. They can sense that. There's no resistance, no judgment, just space. And in that space, people soften, truth surfaces, and something deeper than the personality begins to connect. So here I want to give you a simple 3-step practice you can begin to use right away. The first one is anchor yourself before speaking. Take a breath, feel your feet, come into your body. Even 3 seconds of stillness can reset your energy and get you centered. The second part is listen beyond the words. Notice the feeling, tone, notice the silence between phrases. Be more interested in being with the person, rather than just trying to fix something or fix them or controlling the moment. Number 3, let your response come from stillness. Don't rush to speak. Let your words arise from the quiet inside of you, not from emotional reaction. Sometimes silence is the most honest response. This practice is simple, but it's not always easy. It requires awareness, surrender, and humility, but with time, it will become a natural way of relating. You can use this technique through texting. You can use it while you're in person, on the phone. Just bringing yourself to your breath, bringing yourself into the inner body, and just sensing and feeling, not using your head, not trying to think about things, just bringing yourself within and allow a response to come intuitively from presence. And when we drop into presence and we come into the present moment through the breath, through inner body awareness, through just being centered, the right response will just come about. And that's what's missing in our relationships today. We're missing presence. We're not becoming still first before we speak. We're rushing into things. We're overthinking things. We're saying things we regret that we don't mean. We're getting upset. We're getting angry. We're letting ourselves be taken over emotionally. We need to be able to still ourselves. We need to be able to come into the present moment so that the right response comes about or the right action comes about. But that isn't going to happen if you're always up here. So you need to bring yourself either to your breath, to the inner body, into the present moment, which of those things will help you do. And then you interact and relate from that place. Not from here, but from just being within, putting attention within the body, and then responding. You don't need both people in the relationship to be spiritually awake. One person's presence really can shift the entire energy of the exchange. And when you stay present, you're no longer playing the same old emotional roles. You're no longer fueling arguments or carrying them out or reacting from pain. Instead, you're rooted, you're calm, and you're clear. And people may not understand what's changed, but they'll feel it, they'll notice it, and they'll feel safer around you, and they'll feel seen and heard, even healed. Just being in your presence will become healing for that other person. So much of our spiritual work happens in relationships, not just in meditation or solitude, but in the everyday interactions where we get to practice presence again and again. And when we do, love deepens. Those triggers really become our teachers. And we no longer need to win the moment because we're too rooted in the peace to leave the now. So, if this spoke to your heart, I invite you to like, share, and subscribe for more teachings on spiritual awakening and conscious relationships. I'm going to be probably talking more about that on this channel. Because relationships are big, they're a big part of our lives, and they are great teachers, spiritual teachers to help us grow. If you're interested in working one-on-one with me, you can go to my website at mikepozorski.com. There I offer a one-to-one spiritual coaching, mentoring on presence practice and how we can work together and bring this into your daily life, whether it be help through your relationships, through your personal life, your career, work, family, whatever it may be. I can help you and guide you on your path. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.